Yo, welcome in, welcome in. Yo. Um, yeah, I did get a haircut. Yeah, I always wait until my hair is like absurdly long to get a haircut. Dude, I hate getting haircuts. It's so annoying. Hey, Derp. Derp, do you like my little fish? What his YouTube chat? YouTube chat takes a second to show up on screen. It's weird. Yeah, a vape known as a hydro flask. It's your favorite item? Well, there's only one and it doesn't do anything, so. The fish is from the toolbox. I'm gonna replace it later. Okay, today I want to make it so items actually do stuff, potentially. Which I don't know exactly how I want to do that. And then we need to make it so the items show like their rarity and stuff like that. Make it so you actually are awarded items. Like when one drops, it should actually go to your inventory. Maybe have like a little dot to show if there's an upgrade available, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking today. Are you a game designer in this game, or you have design? Nah, dude, I just do everything. Yes, right now, like, it doesn't actually go to your inventory. You just pick it up and then it disappears. What will the map be like? I haven't decided yet, but upgrading works. We did this the other stream. We need to make this stuff actually work. Like impact your stats, that kind of stuff. Bro, Derp, you gotta unban Lavarius. What the heck? Troller support is crazy, really? I don't remember doing anything. Your Five Guys order just... Dude, hot take, Five Guys isn't that good. Yeah, I just do everything alone. I just don't think I just don't think Five Guys is that good. Like, I don't know. Cold take? Maybe. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't think that their burgers are very good. And they always, like a hassle to get barbecue there. Only had it once. I've had it a bunch of times. Yeah, just not the biggest fan. Get 5 guys for the fries. Yeah, their fries are good. The Cajun fries are good. Your favorite place to eat then? Like fast food? Burger? Fast foods 1 through 10? Culver's is like number 1. I actually think Shake Shack burgers are pretty good too. I'm not even gonna count Chipotle as fast food, but Chipotle would be actually number 1. I'm thinking like, you know, drive-through fast food. T-Bell would be like, trying to think, maybe like 3 or 4. I don't know. Yeah, there's no Culver's in California, unfortunately. Oh, I'm doing like a tier list 1 through 10, not like 1 out of 10. Best chain pizza. Just like regular old like crappy takeout pizza would probably be, or like delivery pizza, probably be Domino's. I'd say Domino's. If you ever get the best topping is just is bacon, which is really weird. Hey, Ultimox. Beef hot chicken. I've never had it. The garlic bread reds. Oh yeah, they're super good. Domino's has good deals too. I used to get it a lot when I was in college. They had the like $20 deal or whatever. Even in high school, I used to get it actually. In-N-Out, dude. In-N-Out is garbage. Like actually, their food is not good. Dude, Culver's In-N-Out is legit just not good. Like, sure, it's cheaper. I'm not taking into account price. Like, just like genuine, like, is it good? I don't think it's good. The fries are terrible. Fries are like literally, I think, some of the worst fries you can get. And as for burger, I don't think their burgers are very good. And they don't have the things that I like on burgers. They don't have barbecue, which is insane. Bad takes, bad takes. Like Burger King? No, Burger King is trash. Dude, Culver's is goated. People that don't live in like northern states, northern middle states are missing out. Midwest. You see the inventory? Sure. I know they have a Culver's in like, I think they have a couple locations in like Texas and Florida now too. KFC. I haven't had KFC in like 15 years. Okay. First things first, let's get the like tag on the things. Biohazard food. Oh yeah, I was messing around with like getting them to be set in order, but I'll probably have to come back to that. I mean, Canes is okay. I actually don't think Canes is that great though. Dude, it's kind of bland. Like, it's genuinely kind of bland. Like, Canes is like, I'll eat it. It's not terrible, but it's like actually pretty bland. There's not much flavor to the Canes. Yeah, I've had the toast. Dude, I had Canes like last week actually. Let's do this. Okay, I kind of need to figure out how I want to have the actual item set up. Is it gonna be the same as the loot? Get that fish hat. I found it in the toolbox. I don't think it's gonna actually stay in the game. Let's close like all of these, and then go to game items, loot info. Got LinkedIn. I think I have one, but I haven't used it in a long time. Had lobster. When I was really young, I had Red Lobster a couple times. Connect with you on LinkedIn. Dude, I haven't been on LinkedIn in forever. And I just made it, or I made it for like a random... I don't actually use it. One sec. What is radius? Five Guys shakes are good. I agree, but I'd never like order that kind of stuff. Okay. I want to do this. Guys, this isn't a fish game. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Maybe just like that, and then we replace this here. And then get rid of this. And we just, it's always assumed to be in the middle. Yeah, and then this thing, if I take fish, and then take misc item info, paste into root. We need to put this position just at 0 instead. Yeah. And we also need to change this to be if it's like common, probably the name should be bigger. And they should switch spots. 0.55. I stand by my opinions. Not afraid to say it. You know what's actually good that I haven't had in a long time because there's none near me? What's it called? Dude, I can't even think now. Green in the grain? So, no, that's not what it's called. Crisp and green. Not Krispy Kreme, no. Crisp and green. They have like salads and wraps. I'm not talking about donuts. No way you said Subway is goated. Subway is not good. Yeah, if I'm getting a cheap sub, it's Jersey Mike's every single time. Like, no contest. Krispy Kreme peak though? I'm not a big sweet guy. I don't really like, or I like never crave like a dessert. Okay, let me make... Item info attachment. Put this in equipment, I guess. What item ID, string, item data, and instance. Item info is gonna be loot info. Item ID. And then this will just be item info dot rarity dot name. And this will just be instance. Oh, do we want level? Oh, where would I put level? I don't want to. I feel like that's too much vertical space. Coke or Pepsi? Okay, there's actually only one right answer for that. It's Coke. Come on now. It's Coke and it's not even close. I find it's easier. I don't like doing billboard GUIs that I'm constantly like parenting and unparenting with Vide. I find it's not fun to do that. Yeah, it's just annoying. Like, it's definitely doable, but I've had issues in the past with like the adornee not working properly. So this is just fine. Correct, this isn't a fish game. I can put level like this. I could do this. I don't really like that. The XP icon. I know, I was thinking maybe. I don't know, we'll see. I don't think it'll look very good, but. How do you even do this? XP blank? Like, where though? Because imagine the name will be a lot longer too. I guess I could do above. But real game strips. I have a game open sourced on my GitHub actually. Oh, I forgot that happens. Guess I can move this down a bit. And this down a bit. Right. Yeah, could do it in front of the name. Bit annoying, but let's try. Zero, and then automatic size, what? X? And then extraction shouldn't matter. UI list layout. Enter. Vertical alignment center. It's in here. Horizontal. And then layout order 2 for the text, or 1 I guess works. Could do like that. Could make the XP icon a little bit bigger. Thoughts? Look better under the rarity, you think? That just takes up so much, like, vertical space. I don't know. Next to the rarity? Okay. I don't know if I agree with that though. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. the right of rarity. There's an issue with that though. I can see what it looks like for the sake of it. .55. Oops. Just be 0 and 1 automatic size X. Something like that. That or oh, I took out. Why would I do that? Why does it, dude? I hate that it does that now. I started a poll. I'll be right back. I started a poll. Okay, the results are in. The results are in. %33% on left, about 68% on right. So this is the winner. I think that looks good. And then we're not going to show the level when you get one, so we would just turn this invisible and it'll automatically work. Yeah, nice. Let me just make a function, item info forward, update. All right. And then what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? What? Oh, what the heck? This will be item info. When you do raise, so odds. I'm just gonna rename this to be rarity tier. Dot rarity tier dot text rarity dot name. And then we also need to do gradient. Is that what I named it? UI gradient color. Rarity info dot gradient. And then I guess item data is optional. Yeah. This should be the last param. Yeah. Billboard, so then level name, level icon. Okay. And then billboard, level name, item name. Something like that. Yeah. Andrew. First afternoon use this weekend, any tips? Don't make it super OP. Try and be engaging with the players. Don't just like run commands. Try and like talk to the players. You did a lot of roles. Yeah, but like an example would be like doing 500x lec or something like that. Okay, and then race. So if I go to rarity, tiers. For the race, I suppose I could just get the first color point. Yeah. Yeah. Just the first key point. That value. Yeah. Oh, but this needs to be a color sequence. Okay. So then instead of doing all this, we just say local info billboard will be item info billboard dot new to model dot root, and we'll pass in self dot ID, self dot loot info dot, I don't know what I have. Loot data, I think. Loot data dot ID. That's actually it. Yeah, that's actually all we need. We don't even need to track this either, because it'll automatically get parented here. Okay. No, I've never used tracks. I know, like, there's a lot of people that like the entity component systems. I guess I haven't... I looked into it once and I wasn't swayed. You quit SlimeRNG? Yeah, I'm not updating SlimeRNG anymore. Okay, and then for equipment item, when we create the model, I'll say info billboard will be item info billboard dot new self dot model dot root, which will have self dot item ID and self dot item data. Self dot info billboard. And I don't care to type this, to be completely honest. Like, this low-key could have just been a class, but whatever. And then when we set item data, I'm just going to do self.info billboard, item info billboard, update this with self.item ID, self.item data. Because that's parented to the model that would be destroyed. Makes sense to me. Was your indicator to move on? Did admin respond? Didn't pull it? No, it wasn't that. One sec. Let's make sure this looks good first. I think I want this to be lowercase. I don't want the rarity to have a whatever it's called. Okay, if I upgrade this, it did not update. Oh, because I'm not. Wait, if I remove it and now I equip it, it will. Ah! Okay. Okay, yeah. Definitely think that the rarity should be lowercase. Lower. What was I saying? Oh, why I stopped working on it, or what was the signs? It was a bunch of things, to be honest. Downward trend, lack of motivation, constant. I don't know. Deep upper. No, I think lower is better. No, I'm not using Vide for this billboard UI. If it's like a consistent billboard UI that's just in the world, then I think it's fine to use Vide. But if it's something that's like constantly being mounted and unmounted, then it's actually just annoying to use Vide for, or whatever. And you can just like have some issues. So I find this just to be easier for simple things like this. What do you think about investing into new games? Any interest at all? I think I could be successful at it if I wanted to. I don't know if I would be fully willing to do that. Because, like, I don't really like having to communicate with people and be on top of messages and stuff like that. You finally beat your all-time CCU with that new game. Took years chasing that high. I think it'll be hard to crack a mill again, Leave. Yeah, definitely. May never happen again. There's like less than like 50 games of ever that have reached 1 million concurrent users on them. I'm sure Roblox had smart contracts to make investing much easier. I doubt they would ever do that, to be completely honest. Yeah, someone pointed this out the other day, and or maybe this was a couple weeks ago. I forget who it was, but that my all-time peak concurrent users is the same as Rocket League, which is absurd. I think it's a bit different because theirs wasn't during like an event and all that. Events kind of like admin users are such a cheat code. You could argue that my peak concurrent would be like 350k with no event. Live events are such cheat codes to boost your peak CCU. You just stay up all night checking your stats. Thing is, so I used to do that like years ago. I would always be up checking stats, or just like not be able to sleep. First thing I do in the morning, look at stats. Every hour, check at stats. But dude, it's bad for the mental. So I rarely. I'll do like pulse checks every once in a while, or like I'll monitor new games. But when games are like steady, I like to not be so obsessed with stats because it'll mess up your mental. You'll end up putting your happiness in numbers. In my experience. Yeah, because suddenly once the game starts going down, which it will, that's literally just the nature of things. Is the coin merge just a magnet check? No. It's actually cool. It's using a spatial hash grid. And then doing a magnitude. There's basically a grid system. So it's not checking like every other thing, because that would be really inefficient. There's basically a grid system, and it only checks the surrounding grids. You got a sound of that? There actually are sounds. You just can't hear them. During admin uses, do you notice you actually earn more money, or is it mainly just increase? You earn a lot of money, yeah. It's not just an increase in CCU. Yeah, I'll make it so you can click it by jumping on it. Yeah. During the peak Slime RNG admin use, the amount of money made is pretty baffling in a 30-minute period. I like how that looks. Does bro look at Twitch chat? Rarely. Sorry. It's because there's 13 people in Twitch and 133 on YouTube. So I mainly just look at YouTube. Twitch vids. I think the Twitch deletes the VODs after a little while, unfortunately. It's a spread. It's just leaf, like tree. A leaf on a tree. Okay, let's commit this. Item info board. We'll be going to RDC. It'll be nice to meet you there. Yeah. I'll be at RDC. Dude, it's so much fun. If anyone here ever gets invited to RDC, always definitely go. You'll meet people. It'll be awkward, but you'll meet people, and it's worth it. Highly recommend. No, unfortunately, I'm missing the last day. Did you go during college? Yeah, I did. Your commit messages are a crime. Yeah, I know, they're really bad. But I'm the only one that works on this, so whatever. Yep. That's odd. I was working on the odds system here. That's why I put that. But no, unfortunately, I'm missing the last day of RDC. Which really sucks, but I have a wedding I have to attend to. You need to be 18 to go to RDC? Yes. Skip the wedding. You say if you know one to go with? My first year, I didn't know a single other developer. I still am a very, like, lonesome, developer, I would say. I think a lot more people know me these days, but, like, there's definitely groups of, like, developers out there that are just, like, friends and, like, talk every day, and I'm not really, I'm not too in those groups, I guess. I don't know. I kind of just stick to my own. RDC trash. I watched it on YouTube. Like the keynotes. That's the keynotes aren't the selling point of RDC. No, it's not my wedding. I treated every dev like a celeb whose game I played. Funny. Okay. So now that that's done, picking up items actually picks up items. An RDC vlog? No, probably not. Especially because I'm missing the last day. Where do I drive? I just have a Tesla Model 3. Okay. So I'm happy with this. Let's make it so that when you pick something up, you pick something up. And then if you have an upgrade available, it would show you have an upgrade available. If you think it's better to invest 300k Robux in a game or just to have exit, personally, if that's all you have, probably investing in the next game. But if you need the, what would that be, like a little over $1,000, then I guess take the money. But if you want to continue making Roblox games, you're gonna need, you know, let's say 50 to 100k. No, I'm not ending stream yet. Kinda just started. I'm just thinking. I guess. Okay, there's like two things I need to do. First off, equipping multiple things at once doesn't like fully work. Because when I removed and equip this, it goes on top, which I don't know why. Let's fix that actually. Oh. I just never updated it. Okay. No, I don't add people, sorry. Ready for classes being implemented in Lua? If they ever do it. Yeah, do you like the apple? Yeah, I mean, there was something that it sounds like they're gonna be released, but I don't think there's any like actual timeline on it. I guess not inventory service. You could just say existing loot data. Well, we could just actually send an update. Well, I actually don't like that. Yeah, let's do this. Existing loot data will be data, player, inventory of ID. If not existing loot data, then we need to create basically a dummy data, which would just be data, player, inventory, ID would be amount is amount, and level equals 1. Else data, player, inventory, ID, amount, function, previous, return, prev plus amount. You done a Roblox HQ tutorial? No, I haven't actually. Yeah, I do not recommend using inheritance. It also just doesn't really work very well. With that data store manager role, dude, me too. It's so good, actually. Any comment? I'll show you my Wally.toml. There you go. That's everything I use. Ripple is for springs. Charm is a state management system. You make your icons, yeah. Kind of want to do this. I want to pass the logic to add items here. The code with music, yeah. Use Roho in working projects. You technically can, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I'm assuming they mean like projects that have already been like they're in progress. Like it's a pain to switch, but it's not impossible. Yeah, sure, QQ. Why can't we script on mobile? Oh, nice. Yeah, that's one way to do it. I have 80. I have 82. 83. I think one of them merged. I should make it so that I only want currencies to merge. Right now, anything can merge. 83, 84, 85, 86. Nice. Glad you like the haircut. Did you make that button press animation? Math. Okay, I think when you collect something, I want there to be like a collection, like pop-up kind of thing. Obviously not for coins, but like an item collection thing here. You don't like the inventory icon? Bruh. I'm thinking I take the background of this and kind of like squish it down into a square. Yes, I made the icon. Correct. So mean. I'm thinking something literally just like that. Simple square. Dude, I do not like the new asset manager. I know you can disable it, but like they're gonna force this on us at some point, so it's whatever. Are you gonna get tired of this playlist? I'm not listening to it. Can you script something for me? What would you like me to script for you? How much do you charge? 25 schmeckles. do you think about the mod ripoffs of your game? They're a disgrace. Stealing my work. I don't use DMCA. It takes so long. You literally have to register the IP, which I did for Slime RNG. Show the documents, yada 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 yada. Put in the DMCA request, and then it takes time for it to then get approved. All when it's like, it would take 2 seconds to open up the literal downloaded place. Like, oh, they're using literally the exact same game. You get a dev role represents. Yeah, there's servers for the top engaging games that you have contact with DevRel in. Yeah, literally, Donnie. Like, annoying. Like, I'm fine with people remaking stuff, like, and that I do and whatever, but it's like when it's literally just blatant stolen assets, then it's like, bro, come on. Honestly, the biggest annoyance for me was the YouTubers playing the modded one and then linking to the modded one. Like, bro, are you kidding me? I thought that was insane that they would do that. Yeah. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, the little pop-up thing at the bottom. Sick. item notification. Okay. Question: how did you balance game dev in college? I'm starting my freshman year in 3 weeks. It was a lot of work. Yeah, they just download the client side and then have AI do the server side. AI has made it so easy to rip games. Because, like, the server they can't download, thankfully, but AI can fairly reasonably recreate the server based off of everything that the client does. Yeah, you could go with that route, Andrew. And that probably would help a bit. I know that there is a plugin. I think it's called Dark Lua or something like that. Dark I actually don't know what this is. Overview? Getting started? Minify? Do they not have like an example? Yeah, you probably could, Andrew. Yeah, you can make a PR. I'll take a look at it. I mean, I don't think it would be that useless anymore. Because it would make it way harder for the AI to build the back end. If it, like, lacks the context of meaning. Well, if the... I can never say that word. If it's, like, whatever I code in VS Code, when it gets, transferred into Roblox Studio, if that's already I can't say it. Obfuscated, then, like, you're never the one interacting with it. You know what I mean? I think explorers only get the bytecode anyway. Oh, really? You sure? Obfuscated. Obfuscated? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Like if it just is like obfuscated in the transfer from VS Code to Studio, then. But if it does, I don't know if it matters or not. I don't know. I need to check something. Uh-oh. That is so funny. KN. Ah, that's so funny. Yeah, I'll be at RDC. Your opinion on memory store service? It's great when you need it. It'd be really easy to get around Raisin. Honestly, obfuscation is useless against people who know what they're doing. Okay, but are the people who know what they're doing the ones that are downloading games and using AI to make the server? Probably not. Nice. Think about the Hilton too. Is that the one that's like connected? I've stayed at the same hotel last couple of years. Hello, Giru. Nice. No forged mods. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I feel like. I guess I don't know what the exploiters get when they download it, but I'm assuming it's not by like. I'm assuming it's better than whatever. Than like the bytecode, because they're able to fairly easily remake it, it seems like. Oh. Interesting, okay. Okay, so AI makes it so... Dude, it's so annoying. Okay. I guess that's fun. What is this sending? ID. What is this? Camping? Period. I guess we can do this. 2 from scale 0, 0. And UDM2 from scale 1, 1. Then just do size here. Size constraint would just be YY. Right? Wait, how big was this image that I made? It is 232 by 227, so basically a square. So yeah, we can do enum size constraint relative YY. Guys that stupid to create a solo prop. I'm guessing that in project. I mean, I make all my games solo before release these days. It's definitely what I prefer. Leaf, do you watch anime? Not really, no. I watched... The closest thing to anime that I've liked would be Invincibles. I also really liked Arcane and Avatar: Last Airbender, if those count. Is this all I need, actually? Do I live in Dallas, Texas? No. Remember what UI Framework used in Defender Depot? Dude, UI Framework shouldn't exist when I made Defender Depot. Like, actually. It was just plain old Roblox instances. Yeah, I made that... I think I first started Defender Depot in 2019. I just enjoy it, and I don't like going through the process of hiring someone. It's just annoying. Wait, what am I doing? Create the thing, then we put the icon. So yeah, image label. Image would be prop. Scale type would be enum scale type fit. Ooh, okay. This would be at the top, because amount would be at the bottom. Yeah. We give this a stroke. And a drop shadow. And then we also need the amount. These days a lot of people try and, let's say, listen closely to what I'm saying about the game. So, yeah, I'm being a little more cautious. Especially since I'm not using AI. That it? I think that's it. Oh. Something like that. Okay, cool. And then I guess I can just mount this in my root. Yeah. Info dot. Wait, what? Oh. Image, text, loot.loot.info.name, amount would be loot dot loot data dot amount. Yeah, okay. Make this be more common. Don't need to click a million times. Error. Unable to assign property image. Content expected got nil. Why does that matter if the image is nil? I don't think that should matter, to be completely honest. Oh my god, I never set the background image. You can add every other minute for real? How'd you make the button press so satisfying? A lot of time. Okay, so title up, amount down. This stuff it needs to just be bigger in general too. Rarity to the pop-up? True. That would look good. Okay, let me think. Title text bigger. Up. Thanks, Feudal. Okay, title up more. Let's just set the anchor point. Vector 2, new. Okay, that's good. And then the amount, bigger and up. If you ever had a use for multi-threading before in Roblox, no. Few months of work if I see you brutal. For your game, or what do you mean? That's pretty good. Using external analytics, it's really on Roblox. And I used to use game analytics way back, years and years and years ago, because Roblox used to not provide analytics. We have it so much better than what we used to have. Roblox literally used to only provide your revenue and number of players. Like which device they were on. That was it. Oh, and average session time. So back then we had to use other like analytics sites. Remember when PlayPal, but this one's coming. AC's Game Analytics. Yeah, I used Game Analytics for a couple of years. And then Roblox really stepped up their game. Heard Joe talking about that before in Game Tank. Really? Yeah. No, I believe it. Roblox is still very slow. You think? I don't think it's bad. I mean, I think it's annoying taking like sometimes 2-3 days just to see if your thumbnail is performing. Like sometimes it can get really delayed, but I wonder if I could find an image of it. I looked up old Roblox analytics. I don't even know like how to find. Roblox developer dashboard? Is that what it's called? Or is that what it's called now? I'm trying to find a really old example, but I can't even find any. Oh, wait. Yeah. What? For where? With who? Oh, when are you gonna do that? Okay, I found something. Did everything on this? Okay, it loads in Google. I found like a weird... This is what you used to get. Live stats. It's like a GIF. Weird. Visits by age, average visit length, and Robux per visit. That was it. This was all of the data that Roblox provided. And then they added premium payouts. Yeah. But that was it. I don't even think they used to do average Robux per visit. Maybe they did. I'm having a hard time remembering, to be honest. Visits by age? I don't even remember that being a thing either. But yeah, there was like legit like 3 or 4 things that they provided. Leaf doesn't task cancel. Also set up a guard clause for a thread being nil, so wouldn't it be redundant to check for the thread? Can you just set task? I don't know actually. We can test it really easily. No, I got an error. So that works fine. If I do task.cancel thread and then thread equals nil, then, but I think I can you double cancel? You can double cancel. You can cancel a thread that's already canceled, but you can't cancel nil. Yeah, I knew there's something weird there. I guess because you could technically resume using covert routines. I wonder if that's why. Where was I? I don't even know what I was doing. This thing? I think it looks good now. It's a little small though. Well, maybe not. Oh, it needs to fade out instead of just going to the void. I did get a haircut. Yeah, I went to college for computer and electrical engineering because I wanted to get into like robotics type stuff or just like hardware, electronics, that kind of thing. But I ended up in college loving all of my coding classes and not loving a lot of like the electrical classes, the circuits. Like circuits and stuff like that were fine, but I definitely didn't love like the super heavy, let's say, physics that went into it. A global chat on StarterGui? There was, like, whenever someone would get a rare roll, it would send a global message. You taking class in machine learning? There was a little bit. Nothing like that crazy. There was some like facial recognition stuff I did for a project. My understanding, career science college classes are pretty easy. Everyone I know who takes comp sci said the course was like, yeah, because it's like, it's not necessarily teaching you like how to code great systems. It's more like the literal science behind like computer coding, like being able to understand the like stack versus heap, or like, you know, how everything is literally ones and zeros at the end of the day. That kind of stuff. And then like there are some like design patterns that they go over. But I think in like modern day college CS, it's like more so you will learn on the job the actual stuff that you're going to be doing. But you have the like the foundation that allows you to learn, let's say. Is math necessary for game dev? I would say a basic understanding is necessary, and then I would say if you have a strong grip on like trigonometry, that will help quite a bit. Hey Robo. No, I just went straight into Roblox. Okay. Beisner said, I just want to hear your opinion on mental health with all this developing stuff. Haven't heard much from other devs. He didn't know he'd earn millions from this. He confirmed he had lost motivation before, so I'd like to know what affirmations he used, as I'm dealing with that too. I mean, my number one tip is to not get so focused on CCU. Don't put your happiness in CCU. Because I used to do that years ago, and it's like that'll mess you up for sure. I think you can be happy when things are going well, but not at the expense of like later joy, if that makes sense. Like, it also, like, you need to understand games don't last forever. Like, you're gonna have peaks and troughs and whatever. Enjoy the ride. Yeah, true. I feel like most people chase CCU instead of having fun doing it. Then when they have done it, they do it for fun, if that makes sense. Maybe. Yeah. What am I doing? I don't like how the fade out is so bad. I guess I could just like reduce this a bunch. Just guess and check, yay. Yeah, we were looking at houses for a bit. It just like literally doesn't make financial sense. Because why is this not working by the way? In our current, because we don't know if we're gonna be here for longer than like 4 or 5 years. And like a down payment on a house, like let's just throw some numbers out there, okay? a down payment on a house, let's say a house costs 1.2 million. A down payment on that, let's say you down payment 20%. I'd probably do a little bit more, but whatever. That'd be 240K. That 240K just invested into, like, I don't know, let's say interest calc. Initial investment, I'm gonna round up to 250K. Annual contribution is 0. Interest rate, let's do 5%, which is pretty modest if you're investing that in like stock markets. Compound would then, let's do every 2 weeks. I don't want this to consider inflation. I don't know where it's doing that. Oh, because it's doing, okay. And then for 5 years is what, like, how long I'd be here. That's, so that 250K is, you're actually losing out on, what is that, 70K extra? And it only gets worse. Like, if I were to do a 500K down payment instead, you are losing 141K just from interest alone on the down payment. If I'm paying like 4K a month for an apartment, I'm only losing that 4K basically like once. Like each, not once, but like you're not losing the lump sum, if that makes sense. %, semi-monthly. No, that's how much it's compounding. It's not going up 5% semi-monthly. That would be absurd. That's how often it's compounding. If you do like a high yield savings account, you can get like 3.5% and it compounds basically continuously. And then like you take it, you consider things that are also like closing costs, and then having to like, there's also housing taxes, or what's it, whatever it's called, which is absurd. You need to pay tax just for owning a house, even if you have completely paid off. Property tax, that's what I meant, yeah. So it's like, it turns into a lot more. Like, even if, let's say, I could find a house, buy a house, and pay the same monthly amount that I'm paying right now, it ends up being a lot more. And that's, like, you're also, a house being, is an investment. Typically, like, over a long period of time, it would go up, but... Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to get a house. It's just like, I think if we were here for sure for 10 years, I would be way more inclined to pull the trigger. But the fact that like after 5 years, who knows where we'll be, 4 or 5 years, that's where it gets kind of sketchy. Also, I really like my location right now. Where do you want to move to? I mean, I'm happy here, like this location. I wouldn't mind like living here, or, like buying a house here. But why? Makes sense. I'm waiting literally no time. You'll own nothing, you'll be happy, yeah. It's like actually just not working. Am I dumb? Okay. Oh, I am dumb. It waits here. The amount. I'll just say size goal. Size spring. Size spring. What are my options here? Are you able to change this? Oh, I guess you can do it like this. Local size camping. Best way to get connections? Dude, I don't know. I'm a pretty solitary Roblox developer, I think. No, I've never been to Sweden. How hard do you think it is to make a game like Crash Box? Quite difficult. Can you not do that? Has to be a number? How do I change the damping? This is why Vide Springs suck. How do I change the damping? Is that really not possible? Position, impulse. I just use the Vide springs, but this would be so easy using ripple springs. OSB. I guess the solution is to make the damping ratio like way higher. Deal with it. No, that was not me. That was someone that I think based their video off of how I structure mine. It needs to pop out way faster. I avoid ripple here because I just don't have a hook set up, honestly. Oh, just joking. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think that's decent. Okay. I am gonna end stream here though. So got some decent stuff done. Oh, I should record a update as well. Alright. Yeah, that's it for me, though. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye, bye-bye.